Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome. This is a somatic exercise routine with full body yin yoga woven with vagus nerve stimulation exercises. Let's pause and reconnect, shifting hormones, detoxifying cortisol, transforming the fascia, and creating space in the body and mind, and infused with the rhythmic energy of the ocean. If it's your first time, I'm Rebecca, and I'm excited to meet and greet you today. Get 2 blocks and let's begin. Come meet me in a comfortable seat on your mat. Either sit in Sukhasana or maybe on a block or a bolster. And shut down the eyes. Notice what's going on around you, and let's go inward. Feel the sitting bones grounded and gravity holding you into the earth, embracing you. Gently elevate your spine on the inhale and soften the ribs, the jaw on your exhale. And begin diaphragmatic breathing, inhaling low and wide into the ribs, and exhale through the mouth like a soft sigh. Now inhale again, and then at the tip of your inhale, just inhale just a tiny bit more, and then exhale again, that audible sigh. See if you can stretch it out just a little bit more, increasing our vagal tone and releasing that cortisol. Now come on up to your hands and knees, and let's move into child's pose, balasana. Arms are stretching forward, and then wiggle your hips from side to side as you inhale. As you exhale, round the upper body like a hood of a cobra and release. Do that again, okay? So we're going to wiggle from side to side and inhale. And then exhale, round the spine and soften. Experiment with that once or maybe twice more. Or maybe find some stillness if that's what your body's craving. Now, I invite you to turn your attention inward, not to fix or force anything, but to soften and listen. Really listen to what your body needs and set your intention. Maybe it's an affirmation. Our practice today is really about shedding the old skin, old patterns in the body, the breath, the mind that no longer serves us. And with each breath, you're inviting in that let go of tension, of stories, and of energy. You don't need to do anything, just allow. And maybe say an affirmation. It can be really simple, like, I release what no longer serves me. I trust the wisdom of my body. I am safe to soften, to feel, and to heal. Slowly lift up, sit up on a block or a bolster between your heels or the earth, coming into saddle, also known as Virasana. Let's start upright and work on some vagus nerve toning to help us acclimate in this pose. Let's make little fists with our hands and start knocking on your abdominal region. You're welcome to also use like little cupping with your hands or even your fingertips if you prefer. We're going to tap gently on the abdominal region and just feel that connection, that sensation with your hands, tapping the fascia and all of that region where the vagus nerve runs, moving up into your chest. And we're opening the front of the body, which is often shut down in stress responses. And it restores that connection to the body as you're tapping on the fascia, this liquid, crystal, beautiful matrix. And notice if you feel the urge to sigh or maybe even a teardrop or some uneasiness surfaces. That's when we begin to shift gears, down regulating cortisol, moving into the parasympathetic nervous state. And sometimes that's a little unfamiliar, and that's okay. Just notice. That's the first step, is the awareness. Maybe let out a sigh. And play with taking the arms behind you. Maybe reach both arms behind you. Maybe interlace the hands into a fist, or grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. And let your heart get really bright here. Tap into that heart energy. Release your hands and your arms, and let's recline this pose. That might look like a couple of big pillows or bolsters behind you, or you can play with a couple of blocks, or you can move all the way into the earth. Whatever you are feeling today, embrace that. As we recline, we're opening up the heart, stimulating the vagus nerve with the breath, the chest expansion, and let's invite in some gentle fascial tapping on the outside of the ribs, encouraging that rest and receive state. Opening up the adrenal area above the kidneys and signaling that downshift of the cortisol production. Now allow the arms to drape down by your sides, or begin to bring the arms overhead into a wide arc, allowing the hands to reach behind you with the palms reaching into the earth, just like you would if you were moving into wheel. We're lengthening and relaxing the vagus pathways through the chest, the diaphragm, and the face. And the arms overhead increases our proprioceptive and interoceptive feedback to the nervous system. Or play with taking the arms overhead and just resting them into the earth. Now let's take a big inhale into the full circumference of the ribs, letting the heart rise and feel the delicious arc in the spine. And then as you exhale, just melt into the earth or over your props. Soften the glutes, the jaw. Let the breath feel like the ocean waves. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhaling, feel that delicious arc in the spine. Connect to the diaphragmatic movement in the body. And on your exhale, just sink down, sink into the earth, into your prop. And try that once more. Let's slowly come on up. Support your head with one hand if you need to. Maybe rock to one side, and take a moment before you move out of this pose to just pause. And then very slowly come and face the long edge of your mat, extending the left leg out, folding the right leg in front of you. Right hand on the left side of your temple or your ear. Side bend through the head, right ear to right shoulder. Left arm Take the left hand onto your ribs on the right side, and then feel that nice torque. So gently pressing the head towards the right and the ribs towards the left. On the inhale, add some pressure. And on your exhale, let out a nice audible sigh. With the left hand, gently begin tapping on the right ribs. And continue that big sigh, but with your lips closed. So it's like a Brahmari breath, the bee buzzing breath that tones your vagus nerve. Introducing a side bend towards the left leg. Take the right hand, wrap it around the left ribs. And the left hand can come onto a prop or a block, or maybe you can reach it towards the foot. And let's just take one inhale and feel that side bend, tugging with the arm, feeling a nice arc in the spine. And then exhale, surrender. Come on up to sit. Take your head from side to side. Then we're going to step into the right foot and take the left knee into the earth, coming into my own special Yin Dragon Frog Fusion pose. It's a delicious myofascial hip and inner thigh release. Use some blankets underneath the knees and take some blocks or pillows under your forearms or your chest. You're also welcome to extend both arms. The right foot is in a very wide lunge and it's pigeoned towards the long edge of the mat. Take the left knee into the earth or a blanket, or you can take it up higher onto a block. Really allow the pelvis to melt towards the earth and feel the hips open like a blossom. We're getting some deep sensory presence in the hip bowl, an emotional storage site for tension, softening the protective musculature guarding in the groin and the pelvis. This pose can access deeply held patterns related to stress, fear, and survival. So be patient. Modify as much as you need to. Slowly take your hips back, folding the left leg in and extending the right leg out. Left hand goes onto the right temple or the jaw or someplace in between. Gently side bend through your head and neck. Left ear towards your left shoulder. Right arm reaches around, giving yourself a nice hug. On your inhale, add some pressure and tug those ribs to the right. And add some pressure on your head to the left. And then let out a nice, long, audible sigh here. Then the left hand begins to gently knock on the right ribs, introducing that bee buzzing breath again. Transitioning into the side bend, take your left arm, wrap it around your torso, holding onto your right ribs, and side bend gently over towards the right. Allow your head to side bend, even find a little bit of rotation, opening the heart up towards the sky. On your inhale, pull the ribs towards the left, adding some subtle pressure with that hand. Feel that tactile feeling of the fingertips onto the ribs. And exhale, release. Slowly come on up, bend the right leg that's extended, and step into that right knee. So step into the right knee and step into the left foot. Coming into my Yin Dragon Frog fusion pose, keeping the left foot pigeoned to the long edge of the mat. I love this pose. Please comment below and let me know if you enjoy it as well. And you might enjoy it afterwards. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. We're really getting deep into the connective tissue that's so heavily guarded. Emotions move through the fascia, and our energy, our stress, our mood can change the shape and how you hold yourself. The fascia interfaces with the whole system, the mind, the body, the spirit, translating emotions into the physical and vice versa. Let's step into the right foot. Take the hands onto the blocks, or you can take them up higher onto a couple of blocks or even a chair. We're transitioning into dangling, which is a more yang of the yin poses. Then we're going to twist this. So take your right leg across your left leg, playing with some somatic movement. So bend the knees on your inhale and exhale, straighten the legs and just soften. Twisting your torso towards that front extended leg. Inhale, bend the knees, push the right hip away, and then exhale, extend. Try that once more. So experiment with transferring the weight back and forth and side to side. And then find your twist. So you're opening your heart up towards the right. Maybe bring your gaze with you or keep your head heavy. Experiment with the right arm. You can reach it into the earth. You can wrap it around you and come into a half bind and reach towards the left waist. See what speaks to you and feels right today. This twist is rinsing out those organs and stimulating the vagus nerve, enhancing that parasympathetic state. This helps to calm anxiety, reduce cortisol, and shift you into a state of safety, hydrating the discs between the vertebra and improving circulation around the spine. It brings awareness to your posture and helps to rebalance asymmetries from daily patterns like sitting or carrying a child or a bag on your hip or your arm. Unwinding the emotional bracing, making space for the breath and the emotion to move. Let's reach both arms down into the earth. Release your legs, and we're moving onto the other side. Take a moment to just wag your tail from side to side a couple of times. Maybe soften the knees. Slowly take the right leg across your left, twisting towards the front extended right leg. Inhale and bend the knees and twist to your left. Exhale and soften. Inhale, bend the knees. Push gently towards the hips. Exhale and release. Be playful with this. Try this once more. And then transfer the weight forward and back into the heels and the med head, the metatarsal head, right across the top of the foot. And then even side to side. Just be curious about it. And then when you're ready, find your twist over towards the left and sink into the stillness of the pose. Look down towards the earth, take your arms down, release your legs, and slowly make your way down onto your hands and knees. Tucking the toes under, we're moving into toes pose for just a little bit. Now, modify the intensity by lifting your knees up on blocks or pillows. Let's invite in some deeper nervous system regulation by stimulating our vagus nerve. Bring your fingertips to the back of your neck, just at the base of your skull, where your neck meets your head along the hairline. Place your thumbs of each hand on the left and the right side, respectively, and then gently tug the tissues to the left and to the right. Right thumb is pulling the tissues on the right side of your spine to the right. Left thumb is pulling the tissues on the left side of your cervical spine to the left. And notice which one has a little bit more give. The tissues on the right or the left will be subtly tighter. It might be not so subtly tighter. That's where you're going to give your attention. Gently knead that side. So on me, it's my right side today. And I'm just going to take my right thumb and add gentle pressure. You're not digging in. This is soft and steady traction, unwinding the connective tissue and signaling safety. And then you might notice a swallow, a sigh, responding, telling your body that it's okay. You're moving into that rest and digest mode. And just release your hands back down and notice how you feel. Now begin to melt forward. I'm taking my right temple onto some blocks. You can use props or just come all the way into the earth. This is a wonderful way to modify toes pose by transferring the weight forward. Then I'm going to show you some more options. You can reach the left arm forward and thread the right arm underneath. Again, looking over to the left. Another option would be to take the left arm across, threading the left arm on top of the right. Again, your head is rotated to the left. Let's come on up and change sides, bringing your head rotated over towards your right side, placing the left temple into the earth or a prop. And then play with the arms if you'd like to. Experiment with taking the left arm and threading it through all the way across your mat. Maybe take the right arm on top. Giving your heart a nice hug and opening up the upper back. Push into the earth, come on up, and flip your palms to face the earth, fingertips facing your hips, or any variation. So if your fingertips don't come all the way towards your hips, go ahead and turn them out to the edges of your mat, or even just 10 degrees. Now gently release, rinse out those hands, pitter patter your feet. For the next pose, grab onto bolsters or a thick rolled up blanket. I'm using 2 blocks and I'm going to place them right around the belly button region, a little bit higher. You can play with the positioning. You're also welcome to modify with pillows, blankets. softening the sensation with more props like the blankets. You're also welcome to use a fist. So you can come on low and wrap your hand around one fist and then wedge it right above the belly button region. Your head can rest to one side or stacked on your hands. And then just stay on your belly and let this gentle compression in your lower abdominals offer some grounding sensory feedback to the gut-brain axis. Surrender into this sensation. Now, friends, it's that special time. Let's gently roll onto the back and just allow your body to arrive like a wave settling into the shore. Let your legs extend out, and if your back's a little tender, go ahead and slide a bolster or a prop underneath your knees. Rest your arms down into the earth, maybe palms facing up to receive, or flip them down to ground. Invite in any subtle movements that you might need. And soften with a gentle sigh as you receive the earth and the earth receives you. Connect back into the breath, maybe wiggle the fingers or the toes. Bring your hands up to your face. You can do one or both hands, and let your fingertips softly, like a gentle whisper, start tapping on your face. Go onto the temples, down to the cheeks, and integrate that Brahmari Om bee buzzing breath while you do this. Let's roll over onto one side into a little ball. And join me in a seated pose where we will close our practice. Sit tall, but soft, and find a sense of ease, feeling those sits bone grounding, and your heart lighting up like a flame. And tap into that intention or affirmation, whatever it might be. I trust my body's wisdom and power. Let these words settle into your body like seeds. Bring your hands to your heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Namaste, my beautiful, beautiful friends. Thank you so much for joining me today on the mat, shining your light with me and the world. If you enjoyed this practice, please comment below somatic cortisol yin. I'm very excited to share with you that I now have an exclusive membership on both YouTube and on Patreon for those of you who need a little extra support on your wellness journey. And I also am thrilled to share with you a free weekly calendar to make your life easier and your practices more regular. Namaste, my beautiful friends.